What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Green Arrow issue number 25. This one is written by Chris Condon with artwork by Montos. Now, since Chris Condon took over the title, I really loved that first arc of Green Arrow that he did. I thought it was excellent from start to finish. Interesting stuff with the whole storyline of the freshwater killers and the reveal of it, and like you understand the villain's perspective. But Ollie still is kind of like, yeah, but you're still going too far in a lot of ways. But he understands why they lashed out. And he still like had to take them down, but he was willing to try and do things to kind of make amends for a lot of the bad stuff that happened. Like I said, that was good Green Arrow stuff. And now we're into the start of the second arc. So it's going to be Ollie and Roy. As you can see on the cover, they just show Roy getting shot by an arrow, which is a spoiler for what happens in the issue. They just tell you outright right in the cover. So, again, this one's same creative team, and we open up at this Star City Arts Cultural Museum. We have this whole Albert Noyce character who's like, you know, rich philanthropist, but also has his dealings in, you know, drugs and all that too. I guess legal pharmaceuticals, as they'll call it, but Ollie doesn't like the guy. He kind of like they were like, him and Roy are chasing a villain and they take him down. There is a few funny moments in that too, where Roy calls him an old man. He's like, you can, that hair dye is not fooling anybody. So I thought that was kind of a funny, entertaining little moment right there. But yeah, so they meet this Albert Noyce guy who tries to introduce himself, and he's super obviously a villain in some capacity. I mean, just right from the get-go, you just know, okay, this guy's evil. Because, of course, he is. Ollie just snaps at the guy, and Roy's like, hey, come on, he was just trying to say thank you. You don't have to be a dick about it. But Ollie's just going to be Ollie about the whole situation. So him and Roy head back to his place. They kind of reminisce about some of the stuff, and they kind of enjoyed just doing patrol together. Like, it was kind of a nice little throwback moment for them all. Like, back when he was, like, Speedy way back when. Then he became Speedy, then he was Red Arrow, then he was Arsenal. And, my goodness, Roy Harper does have a lot of code names. I mean, can you think of any other hero who has, like, as many as he does? Because, I mean, let's see. Well, I guess you could argue, like, just, like, Dick Grayson was Robin, then he was Nightwing, and he's also, like, had to be Batman for a bit. So I guess, you know, that's three there. But Batman wasn't necessarily his own creation like Arsenal was. I don't know. Or, yeah, it basically just been a lot of different things. So, yeah, basically after that, Ollie tells him he's proud of Roy and what he's become. Even says, like, you know, he got his life cleaned and all that too. Even has a great daughter, which, by the way, where is Roy's daughter? Is, like, Cheshire watching her, or is she just hanging with Diana or something? Because, like, she's not really, like, showing up in, like, Birds of Prey or anything like that. So I'm just wondering, like, where is his daughter? Like, he never seems to be, like, around her. I mean, compare this to Wally in the Flash book, who's, like, with his family constantly. Heck, he even has, like, a new kid, like, new baby basically born, but they're, like, a nice family unit. And that's one of the things I like about the Flash book. When Jeremy Adams was writing it, and then, you know, they've kind of carried that over with the, was it Cy Spurrier was writing it? But yeah, like I said, where is Roy and his daughter? Like, why isn't that really brought up all that much? Like, he references it, but we don't really see much of her. Like, I want to see some of him just being a parent here and there. Maybe she'll show up in this thing, given what happens to her dad, but it's like, he seems so, like, absent from it, like in this book and in Titans. Well, I mean, it's more so this one than Titans, because they just act like, he's like, oh, I have some stuff with the treasure, all that, blah, 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 but you never really see it, so I'd like to see that brought into it a little bit. But anyways, so they have their little nice moment together. Then he goes off, and as he's kind of walking the streets and all that, some homeless guy is, like, asking for help, and he's like a little unsure, but then some other people kind of come at him, but he sees little flashes of, like, his past self when he was on drugs and all that too, and before he got himself clean. Somebody kind of like tackled him, and all these other people are kind of going a little bit crazy, and he sees that they were stabbed by somebody, and it turns out we have another Archer in the city, because apparently Green Arrow can only have Archer villains. I mean, do you notice this is only, like, I get he's an Archer and all that, but too, but, like, why so many, like, specific, like, Archer villains? Like, I don't know, I just kind of thought that was funny. But we have this character known as the Crimson Archer who shoots Roy with an arrow, which he's going to basically overdose on something really bad with this thing. So it's kind of bringing him back to where he used to be. So I'm pretty sure this is this Albert Noyce character, because the way they kind of showed his glasses, the way he was looking at Roy, it's either him or somebody associated with him. So like, that's kind of where the storyline's going to go from there. So, but as it stands, good first issue of this new arc. I mean, you got to give it a few to kind of really see how it kicks into high gear. But that first story arc was so good. I'm curious to see if they'll be able to top it with this second one, or just be consistently like entertaining like the first arc was. You know, just a solid arc is what I'm looking for. So, but now with Roy there, and you know, with the whole drug situation, calling back to his past, the way that's kind of tied into, it's gonna be like something interesting. Like I said, I do find it kind of funny that it's yet another like just specific Archer villain. I get Green Arrow's an Archer and all that, but it seems like so many of his villains are really just Archers. Like, oh, I'm the Crimson Archer. I'm like, my goodness, is like, because you don't really see this in like some of the other titles. You don't really see this in Batman, him facing off against Archer villains. It's really just Green Arrow. So I don't know. Like, is that just something anyone else thought of? Like, how many Archer characters are just specifically with him? Like, can it be somebody else? But hey, that's just me. It is what it is. Still a pretty solid issue. Ollie's just as Green Arrow, just kind of snapping at the guy. That's classic Green Arrow stuff right there. And like I said, Roy and him kind of having a little bit of banter and just kind of reminiscing, like, hey, this is kind of good. Just us kind of working together. Like, they don't want it to be like an all the time thing, but every once in a while, it's nice to kind of go back and just kind of relive a little bit of the past here and there. You don't want to overdwell on it because not everything was perfect, but just the little moments there are kind of nice, and Ollie being proud of him was good too. So, and then Roy, of course, getting shot. So I wonder how this will tie into the Titans book, or just kind of stay confined to this storyline here. Only time will tell, but I'm still enjoying Green Arrow. I really like this creative team on the book, and if the first arc was anything to go by, then we are in pretty solid hands. Hopefully this one manages to be as good, if not even better, than the first arc was. So, because sometimes you can have a really strong first arc, and then the second arc, it's just like, how do you follow that up? And sometimes they're just kind of a little bit less than, but then other times they're like actually up it a little bit more. And I'm hoping they kind of up it a little bit more with the second one. But I really dug that first arc, so I'm looking forward to seeing where the title goes from here. But anyways, what did you all think of Green Arrow issue 25? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all that other fun stuff. And I got one more DC comic book review, which is the latest issue of Superman, which I'll post after this one. So I still got to read the book. But yeah, I just want to get this one out here. So anyways, that's all I have to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.